how-to videos on Classpad.net. In this particular video, we're going to be focusing on a couple ways to solve for a system of equations. If we open a main sticky, or a calculate sticky, and in the keyboard you go to the Math tab, and then tab number 2, and you'll notice at the sort of center of the top there is this little icon, and this icon indicates a system of equations. If you tap it once, you get a system of 2 equations. Additional taps will take you to 3 and more equations. We don't need to solve anything that complicated right now. We are just going to use it once. And we'll enter 2x plus 3y equals 19. Arrow down, 5x minus y equals 5. And if I arrow over, I'm telling it I want it to solve for x and y. Pressing enter, and we get our solution, 2, 5. So that's pretty useful. If you have a system of 3 equations with 3 unknowns, you would do the exact same thing. You would tap that one more time to get the 3 equations in, and you'd have it solve for x, y, and z, for instance. Additionally, I want to solve it a different way, just to show you and get a chance to use our matrix operations a little bit. These buttons down here are to enter a matrix. You'll notice this one puts in a square matrix. If I tap it again, I go to 3 by 3 and 4 by 4, etc. So it keeps growing in the direction of those white cells. This one will make a column matrix that will keep growing down, and a row matrix which will keep growing to the right. So you can actually use these in a combination to create, for instance, a 2 by 3 matrix. So if I start off with this, I have a 2 by 2, and if I tap the row matrix, it will extend it along the row direction. And if you've never done this before, solving a system of equations with a matrix is rather straightforward. You're going to, especially when you have a calculator to do a lot of the work for you, I'm going to enter the coefficients along the top. So you'll notice 2, 3, and 19. And along the bottom, 5. And we don't see a coefficient here, but those who've worked with matrices will probably recognize that that's a -1 and then a 5. So if I solve, actually I'll just enter that. I can type right in front, I can type my operation, but I am going to actually just show you down here as well. So you can have row echelon form or reduced row echelon form. We're just going to go for reduced row echelon form. It's not really terribly important if you're just using this as a beginner to solve a system. The key here is just to recognize that there are some steps by which you can simplify this matrix down to really the solution to this system of equations. So when I do reduced row echelon form on this answer, again, I'm not going to get into the mathematics of this, just wanted to show you that it's possible, and this really tells us that our x-coordinate is 2 and our y-coordinate is 5, which is what we identified over here. So there you have it, just a quick introduction to systems of equations, whether it be the actual solve command here, or the solve template, or doing the kind of similar thing with matrices. Thanks for checking us out, and please check us out on social media.